Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for the season finale of The Last of Us, Season 1, Episode 9, Look for the Light. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos from my vast for your library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Give you enough time to pause, all that kind of good stuff. All right. I think it's enough time. There we go. So I don't knock anything down back there. Yeah, so this was the season finale, and from what I understand, this actually plays out like the game does as well. So we start off witnessing the birth of Ellie actually, and how she came to be immune. Her mom, played by Ashley Johnson, who originally voiced Ellie in the game, and also, of course, she's on Critical Role. The Legend of Vox Machina. She plays. Uh, Lightfoot, Trickfoot, excuse me, Trickfoot. And so, yeah, it's, kind of nice seeing her playing a live action role there and giving birth as, of course, she's being chased by an infected, and her mom got bit as she was giving birth. And her mom, of course, killed the thing and then gave birth and immediately cut the umbilical cord so that Ellie wouldn't get infected, but of course she did get a little bit of it. It basically it passed through the whole placenta and all that stuff. So anyway, and then we also saw that Marlene and Anna. So Marlene comes into all of this, and her and Anna were childhood friends. So they've been through all of this shit together, and Anna actually had handed off to Marlene Ellie and told her, keep her safe, and then kill me, kind of thing. So Marlene has known about Ellie for a long, long time. Yeah. So, and of course, Marlene being the leader of the Fireflies, who had, enlisted Joel, to begin with, and all of this. So, coming back to Joel and Ellie, who are still walking, back from, the cannibals, and they're making their way to where they think the Fireflies are, and uh they have a moment. There's another moment in the game there where, they run into giraffes that are kind of walking around in this baseball diamond, abandoned baseball field now. And I actually saw the split screen between what they did in the show and what they did in the video game, and it's actually fairly close. They did a nice job on all of this. And, Joel just kind of mentions, or not just kind of mentions, he opens up to Ellie and says, that scar that's on my head. He goes, because it wasn't because some fool, shot and missed. He goes, I missed. He goes, he goes, I did it a couple of days after Sarah died. He was going to kill himself, and for some reason he flinched, and he, missed, but he, winged himself a bit. Um, and then he pretty much tells Ellie that she's the reason why he's going on with things, why he is existing still, why he doesn't try and kill himself at this point. And in no uncertain terms, he pretty much says it. Ellie realizes this, and she feels, of course, the same way. Um, and of course, they get captured by the Fireflies at this point, and that is where Joel ends up finding out that, well, from Marlene, that the Fireflies, the only way that they can reproduce what's going on with Ellie, because it's in her brain, is to basically kill her and take what's in her brain and culture it. That's what the doctor has basically said he's going to do. Joel's like, no fucking way. And they're like, well, you don't have any choice in all this matter. And they're going to send him out. And Joel goes on a killing spree. Yeah, he really does. And saves Ellie from being killed. And this is where the controversial part is. I mean, I know it's in the game as well. And again, I haven't played the game. I just know that it's in there. I've read enough of it to know that it's in there. So there's the controversy. Do you let do you try and help humanity by letting one person die to be harvested, pretty much for stuff, or do you save that person because of the connection and that's where Joel is being selfish, or is he not being selfish? And that is all depends on your point of view of things. And I see both sides of the argument on this one. Uh, he has the attachment to Ellie. She has an attachment to him, and he can't let her go. She is now, for lack of a better term, surrogate Sarah. And his reason for living. Now, it's also really not known whether or not her being harvested is going to help humanity at that point. So, will that actually work? Will her brain culture, injection to other humans? And this is where it kind of got fuzzy too. Marlene was saying the doctor said that the cordyceps basically consider her to be a cordyceps as well. And if that's the case, then why did the cordyceps attack her? I mean, why would the cordyceps attack her and try and rip her apart? I mean, all it would do is just keep other humans from being infected, and going mindless cordyceps. I think that's about it. As I don't know, but yeah. CBM says I decided to order mushroom soup today, which may have been an odd idea. Yeah, you know, well, the fungus among us, that. Um, so yeah, at the very end, he's pretty much killed everyone, including Marlene. He does that as well, and he brings Ellie back with him, back to where Tommy's at in that little town in Wyoming, and they're gonna live out there. And at one point, once she's woken up again, and she asks him, as they see the town there, she goes, swear to me that what you told me was true. What happened with the basically he told her that the doctors had drugged her, and they found out that there were others like her, that they don't need, that there's no cure out there, and that raiders hit the hospital, and he barely got out with her. So she basically asks him, swear to me that that's the truth. And he says, yes, it is. And that's where she knows that he's lying. He kind of knows that she knows that he's lying. And that's where we leave off on this series. Yeah. And I don't know where we're going from here for season two. I know there's a second game, and it kind of goes into it a couple of years later, but we'll see what happens, how they're going to actually approach season two, if they're going to do the second game, if they're going to actually wait a little bit before they get to the second game. I don't know. CBM says dogs don't seem to see her as infected, and I feel like they probably scanned her at some point. Possibly, I don't know. You know, yeah, I don't know. So that's the only thing that was kind of weird about that, was the whole hand waving, if you will, of the cordyceps, not attacking or not, or recognizing her as one of their own, which didn't seem right, but I don't know. Yeah, considering that she's been attacked by cordyceps as well. So anyway, decent episode, kind of a weird ending. And I know that's the way the game ended as well. The first game ended. And I don't know. I don't know where I stand on this one. I mean, the series as a whole is really good. It just didn't really stick the landing, I guess you could say, for the end here for the season finale. And I guess we'll see what happens in season two at this point. So, but again, the production's good. It was kind of funny when they're walking through one section of that city that they're in. When they're first walking past the building that didn't get destroyed by the bomb, and there's some roll up doors, and there's one door that looks really nice and shiny and new, and I'm like, oh, someone forgot to actually dirty that one up in the production crew, because I mean the next door over is actually all dirtied and graffitied and whatnot. And yeah, it was kind of funny, but there's a little things I noticed as we're going through, and doing these things. But some good stuff. What else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow I'm going to be off. Wednesday is going to be the Mandalorian, episode 3 of the Mandalorian. Hopefully, we find out what's going on with the Mythosaur. Uh, Thursday is going to be the Bad Batch. And then Friday through Sunday, I'm going to be off, is what I'm going to do. And I don't know what's going to happen next week. I don't know if I'm going to have something. Well, actually, you know what? Let's take a look over at suspendedfanimation.com. See what's coming up next. I think we're kind of at a lull point here of stuff that's coming up. Yeah, we are. We're kind of at a lull point of things, new shows and things of that nature. So I'll find something to do. Just take a look over at suspendedfanimation.com next week and you can do it that way. CBM says, I think Marlene's doctors might just not know what they are know, and they are just guessing. Yeah, I agree with you, CBM. That's the whole thing too. Is I mean, they had to have been. You have to be sure about what you're going to be doing if you're going to be killing someone just to harvest their brain and then culture some cells. So, and the whole thing, Marlene's argument, saying that Ellie, would given the chance would probably opt to die, in order to help humanity. I don't know if that's the case or not. And also, Joel did not give her that option either, and Marlene didn't give her that option either. So I mean, they're both wrong in that respect of not giving her the option, but also I don't know if she would take it, quite honestly. CBM says I felt it worked thematically as an episode, though. Yeah, it did. It definitely did. So there you have it. Wow. Um, it's kind of funny. You know, some people watch this for the action, some people watch it for the drama, the suspense. Um, some watch it for the zombies, if you will, which there aren't a lot of zombies or cordyceps in this one either. Again, I go back to The Walking Dead on this one, the first two seasons of The Walking Dead, which were pretty good. And um, yeah, it's in the same tone, although less zombies in this than there were in the first two seasons of Walking Dead, which I'm okay with. I mean, you don't need to have zombies in every fucking episode. So it works. All right. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Thank you to CBM who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. So one of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see here, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. Also have all the links to my social media and all the links to my pages as well. All righty. So with that said, thank you, everyone. I will see you again on Wednesday for The Mandalorian. Until then, sorry, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up having to kill a whole bunch of people. Well, no, I'm not saying that. You may end up having to realize that cordyceps are not for you, and mushroom soup may be a bad idea. So Thanks, CBM. Thanks. I will see you guys again on Wednesday. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get the boosters as well. Doesn't work without the boosters. And stay safe out there, everyone. Thanks. Have a good rest of your night and take care. See you Wednesday. Good night, everyone.